There are so many more things to be unfolded, right? So all the blueprint I have got with me. In fact, it is getting unfolded. I'll give you one or couple of examples. So many times we used to go to Jatra with Dadaji. મોટા દાદા ભગવાન સાથે પણ અમે જાત્રાએ જવાનું થતું. At the evening when we return back, Dadaji used to say this word. We just saw our reel of Jatra being unfolded. આપણે જાત્રાની રીલ ઉકલતી જોઈ. I hope you understand me. You are not understand. Jatra pilgrim. Jatra જઈએ ને pilgrim. We used to go to Mehsana and some other places with Dadaji. So Dadaji used to say that this is our unfolded reel. Means whatever we had charged before has now discharged. Actually it is getting discharged. Whatever comes to circumstantial happening cannot be charged. Everything which is experience, which is happening in the life is pure discharge. It cannot be a charge. Charge is not seen, it is within, at the level of I. It is all pure discharge. I hope you are getting it. So whatever files are coming to me till the end of my breath are really not new, but one after the other reel is just being played. The movie may have 18 parts, right? And right now we are in the 7th or 8th or 9th part. So you have to see 9 more parts. So that is one aspect of the thing, that the happening part is actually the discharge and disposal of files in itself. The charge part is within us. Now no sooner I have the state of being that I am Shuddhatma and I am not doer of the things, but I am just the knower and seer of the things, the charge stops. So whatever is happening is unfolding of the reel which I had already charged, now it is being discharged. I hope I am clear, right?
So, but if you hurt someone in the process of that...
Why don't you come in front so we can have better conversation.
So if you hurt someone in the process of that discharge, then that's
Yes.
why you need the pratikrama.
Yes, that needs pratikrama.
Yeah.
Because my discharge was faulty. Why my discharge is faulty? Because initially when living as I am, I didn't have this gnan or the correct or ultimate belief. So by living with the fox and according to the fox visions, I had the mixed vision or the faulty vision. So because the discharge is faulty, he has to rectify it. Still, the discharge becomes utmost pure. Dadaji for himself also said that we also lacked by 4 degrees. So our absolute knowledge just was not open, ultimate absolute knowledge. And he also said that we also do pratikramans as and when required. Okay? Now, I am not adding the new files at the level of cause or charge because I am Shuddhatma. Yes, whatever I am adding or whatever Mahatmas are creating new is how much and of what type. Because I have the inner thing that I want to observe 5 Agnyas. My eye is somewhat there in Jagat Kalyan. So to that extent, I am charging for couple of births, 2 or 3 births. But that's inevitable. In this particular time, nobody can totally stop the charge. So, but that charge is of such a higher form that it will take me to Tirthankaras or something, and it will take me to liberation, right? So in fact, we are not adding the files at the level of causal level, because I am Shuddhatma and I am not inviting new attachments and aversions, but I am into the Agnya Dharma, whatever the files are, they dispose them amicably with equanimity, right? So that is one aspect. Now, talking about your relative thing, also it needs some awareness that I have to talk to Shailesh, that Shailesh, dispose your files and don't allow them to become lengthy or unnecessarily lengthy, right? So yes, that is correct, because if the file if it's possible to dispose file with only a phone call, I should not run and see the file. If it is possible to dispose the file within couple of minutes, I should not allow it to become long for the few hours. That awareness Shailesh should keep, or I should tell him to keep that awareness. Okay? Now the third point, we are meeting so many people, but what happens is Number one, it is our discharge. Number two, this discharge is helping my real. Why? Because while talking to you, these are the files which are for the real good of somebody. My real blossoms into that. Otherwise, if I am alone, my real may not be working that well. So indirectly, it helps me achieve my ultimate state of being or progress towards 360 degrees. Would it have been some other files of the worldly affairs, it would have been hampering me. So it has to be seen in proper perspective. Now for those of you who are having the household or married, naturally you have to have some files, right? You may get kids, the kids may get grown up, they will be marrying, you will become father-in-law, you will become mother-in-law. So that trail of event is written as soon as you get married. It's okay. As long as it is naturally unfolding, just see what is happening with file 1 and try to remain a Shuddhatma. The bottom line of the story is, so on the relative side, the Vyavasthit will take care of the files. Actually, the disposal of files is also not actively by us. Vyavasthit Shakti is taking care of it. We only have to keep him awake that, decide to dispose your files amicably with equanimity, and the things will go on unfolding. Okay?
And SaileshAnandji, I understand the pratitima che, you are Shuddhatma and you are separate, right? But unless it comes in Laksh, then only you are saying that you are discharging your file correctly, right?
Files are getting discharged because whenever, but then I got your question, so I will put it that way. Many a times the files get disposed and we get awareness only when there is some clash or when we are required to do pratikram. Otherwise, most of the times, neither Shailesh, neither I am aware that he or she is my file and I need to dispose the file amicably with equanimity. It goes without awareness. Does it happen most of the times? Especially with our family members, with our near and dear ones, with those with whom we are dealing day in, day out. Does it happen? Are we aware that he or she is our file and we have to dispose the file? Ruchir? Sejal? No, it goes like that. It keeps on flowing. Only when something happens, pratikraman, a file, something comes up. So if that awareness can increase, it is good. Then you are distinctly enjoying your જ્ઞાન, and that will be in a better disposed. પેલું dispose તો થાય જ છે, because it is વ્યવસ્થિત which is discharging, but with little bit haziness. So some part may remain again to be seen by you and again to be disposed by you. And second most important thing is, if you are aware, all vyavahar relative will go on flowing and you will be burdenless, enjoying your bliss. સુખ સાથે આનંદ સાથે પસાર થશે અને તમે અવેર નહીં હો તો થોડો બોજો લાગશે. You will feel some burden કે હારું બહુ આ તો બધું too much to be attended. બર્ડન લાગશે અને સુખ નહીં રહે અંદર. So it takes toll of your inner bliss. That's all. Bottom line આટલી જ છે કે it will become burdensome to you and it will take toll of your inner bliss. સુખ આવરાય છે, બીજું કશું થતું નથી.
ડિસ્ચાર્જ તો થાય.
ડિસ્ચાર્જ તો છૂટકો તો નેચરના હાથમાં છે. પરમાણુ એટમ્સ એન્ડ મોલેક્યુલ્સ આર ગેટિંગ ડિસ્ચાર્જ. ઇટ ઇઝ નેચરલ પ્રોસેસ. But whether it is getting discharged with your inner awareness and freedom and bliss, or it is just discharging, અજ્ઞાનીને પણ discharge તો થાય છે, but he is inviting new things, right? And he has inner turmoil. આપણને પણ discharge થાય છે, પણ આપણને we are free of inner turmoil, we are free from within, and we may experience inner bliss. એટલે દાદા ભગવાને કીધું કે મારી 5 આજ્ઞા મહાવીરની દશામાં રાખેવી છે, પણ આપણે મહાવીરની દશામાં નહીં તો છાંટો પડછાયો તો પડે. 2 cents, 5 cents, પુનીબેન કહે છે એવું, 5 cents of મહાવીર, એમ એટલું થાય તો ઘણું થઈ ગયું યાર. સોરી, મને સંભળાતું નથી તમને. હા, એટલે એકચ્યુઅલી એવું જ છે કે દાદા ભગવાને એક જગ્યાએ કહ્યું કે તમને 2-5% શુદ્ધ ઉપયોગ રહે તો ઘણું સારું એમ. દેન ઓલ્સો યુ વિલ એન્જોય લાઈક એનીથિંગ. તો આપણને બહુ આનંદ રહેશે. શું છે?
શૈલેષાજી ઘણી વાર એટલે આઈ એમ જસ્ટ ટ્રાઇંગ ટુ અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડ કે આ કેમ થાય છે. એટલે ઘણી વાર ડ્રાઈવ કરતા વખતે ધ્યાન નથી હોતું પણ દાદા ભગવાનના સિંગર બોલાય છે પછી આફ્ટર ગુડ 5-10 મિનિટ્સ યુ અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડ કે ઓકે આઈ એમ સેઇંગ દાદા ભગવાનના સિંગર લેટ મી પુટ માય ચિત ઇન પણ પહેલાં 10 મિનિટ તો એક બોલાય છે યુ ડ્રાઇવિંગ પણ એ સબકોન્શિયસલી થાય છે કે શું થાય છે એ ખબર
This inner machinery is a wonderful machinery. It is to be શું કહેવાય એને ઓળખવા જેવું છે, એને સમજવા જેવું. This machine is so wonderful machine. It functions at many levels, many ways. And if we can understand this machinery, it's awesome, man. The machinery really works at many levels, even at subconscious levels, even at many levels. Anand may love to listen. Huh? Come here. I can't talk to you well. Yeah. There are some chairs vacant for anybody who wants to come. I hope you will not be disturbed by coming nearer to me.
Is Jit 100% in your control, or is it somewhat affected by Vyavastik Shakti?
Anand's question is Chit 100% in your control or it is affected by Vyavastik Shakti? Very good question. See, Chit has now two parts. One is Shuddha Chit, who Shuddhatma Chu, which Dadaji started for us. And the second is Discharge Chit, which is the part of Antaskaran and which keeps on going out or keeps on getting occupied into the files. So the relative Chit part, which is connected to the files and connected to my previous configuration, is to some extent driven by Vyavasthit because it's connected to the discharge. Whereas I'm Shuddhatma, મારો ઉપયોગનો જે પાર્ટ છે એ મારો છે, ઇટ્સ ઇન માય કંટ્રોલ કે હું શુદ્ધાત્મા ગમે ત્યારે બોલીને શુદ્ધ ઉપયોગ રાખીને એને જોઈ શકું છું. ધી ટુ થિંગ્સ હેપન સાયમલ્ટેનિયસલી. હું શુદ્ધાત્મા છું મેં ગોઠવેલું હોઈ શકે છે અને આ શૈલેષનું છે એ જે કંઈ પણ ફંક્શન હોય એમાં જતું હોય છે. હવે there are two aspects of discharge chit also. It's a very lovely thing. I hope I'm તમને બહુ ઊંડું લાગે તો just tell me that this is much more subtle than what you can understand, but it's a lovely part of to be understood. It is known as charitra moh. Charitra moh means the discharge part of the chit which gets attached or getting occupied to different things, whether compulsorily or by interest. Interest is also compulsion because that's what previously I had believed that this will bring me happiness, this will bring me happiness. So those phases, even though I don't want now, the chit gets attracted to it because if atomic and molecular impression છે ત્યાં, and I see the chit being dragged, and no sooner I see the chit being dragged, it gets pure and comes back to me. So this is one part. So that's why I said that if I try to see during the whole day how my chit was being used, I can clear up major portion of my chit which otherwise was necessary to get dragged. એટલે ધીમે ધીમે એને જોતા જોતા પછી ડ્રેગ થતું બંધ થઈ જાય. અને ફાઇલ્સનો જેટલો પોર્શન છે એટલું તો છૂટકો જ નથી, કારણ કે દેટ ઇઝ રિક્વાયર્ડ કે એના વગર ફાઇલનો સંભાવથી નિકાલ થાય નહીં. પણ બીજું બધું જે ચારિત્ર મોહને લીધે ચિત્ત અટવાય છે એ ચારિત્ર મોહમાં અટવાતું ચિત્ત ધીમે ધીમે બંધ થઈ જાય અથવા પ્યોર થતું થતું મારામાં કન્વર્ટ થવા માંડે. એટલે ઇનફેક્ટ ઇન વન વે the entire stock of chit, which is a discharging chit relative, is the discharge according to my charitra moh and according to my files. But I can see a Shuddhatma and a part of it which is charitra moh can get cleared up. And the part of it which is the files, which is inevitable, I have to see and dispose the files. I hope I'm clear. I have to operate the patients, I have to see the patient, somebody has to do the job, somebody has to attend to the emails or communications at the job, somebody has to attend the customers. That's fine, that's inevitable. But while attending customers, you can always say, okay, Shailesh, you attend well, I'm Shuddhatma, try to see relative and real Shuddhatma in the customer and what not. Or while doing some work, graphic work or emails, you can say, Shailesh, okay, do this job, and as soon as it is over, I come back to Shuddhatma. So that part I can do. That's in my control. So even the discharge chit has two parts, I would say. Part associated with charitra moh And if we see there, we can identify what is our charitra, right? Somebody loves the car and keeps on saying, oh, which is the new model? Oh, this car seems to be better one, bigger one, new model. So that is charitra, which may not, which you can see and get back to you. But part of it is inevitable. I hope I am clear. So chit has now two parts. One is relative or discharging chit, and one is shuddha chit.
So there's constantly simultaneous two types of chit.
Yes. While I'm talking to you, my discharge chit is also being used to listen to you, to respond to you, and my Shuddhatma may try to see what is happening or what's the talk going on. So Dadaji for himself said that when this tape record is speaking, I am the knower and seer of this tape record and you are the listener. And I just try to see what is the mistake in tape record. But how the tape record gets generated? Then he said that the question comes, it gets reflected into the inner knowledge light and the answer gets there. So the chit has to remain connected to all of you in a way. But then it is not a bothering chit at the moment. Without chit, no function can be done in outer world. Right? So chit has two parts, relative and real both. Real means I'm Shuddhatma. And relative means whatever is now being used for the other things, outer things or whatever things.
SaileshAnandji, but real chit, is that what you may say, Jai Sat Chit Anand?
Yes. Sat Chit and Anand means eternal, to know, to see and blissful. So Satchidanand conveys Shuddha Chit or Shuddhatma.
In relation to what you were saying before you were saying when you start putting your Upyoga in, it's less burdensome for all those two.
Yes.
And Dadaji had a saying, he said, responsibility is that which is not burdensome.
Yes.
Can you explain the connection?
Yes, very good question. Responsibility is that which is not burdensome. Fantastic. So there are two aspects. Again, see everything by relative and real both. By real, once I am Shuddhatma, of course I am free of burden. Whatever the burden may be or busy Shailesh may be, right? Or magnitude of the task Shailesh may have. So I am Shuddhatma. In that case, only Shailesh can dispose or can go through the responsibility well. Second aspect, by relative point of view, whatever is unfolding through Shailesh is actually being done by Vyavasthit. And the second sentence Dadaji used, Vyavhar ena karnara સાથે જ હોય છે. This is a Gujarati sentence. I'm not sure how best I can translate it. Meaning thereby all the relative tasks, the doer of that relative task is inbuilt into Prakriti. You need not care the belief that I have to do this. It's my belief that I have to do so many things, I have to attend this, that is really creating burden. Otherwise this machine has inbuilt everything and it will flow naturally and it will accomplish all the tasks naturally and beautifully. So if you realize this part even on a relative side, that it is unfolding, it is going on its own, whatever task comes brings its energy to get it done through this also. And if you realize this, then the burden that I have to do this goes away. The burden is basically at the belief level that, oh, I need to do this much, I have to attend to this much. I have so many things to be completed today. So many things are going on. Oh, I have to do so many. Oh, let me run. I have to do so many things today. No. All these are the beliefs which are shadows of our past beliefs that I have to do and I'm doing. No. Everything unfolds Vyavasthit, naturally, normally, time to time, and n number of tasks can be completed within given time. But this is subtleness. So from both perspectives I can understand, from my Shuddhatma perspective and understanding how the relative makes this machinery to work and how actually all the scientific circumstantial evidences come together to get the things done. And Shailesh is only a part of the scientific circumstantial evidences, right? Or Shailesh has to carry the whole Himalaya on him. Can carry. It's the belief of, oh, I'm carrying everything. Even doctor is not carrying the load of curing the patient. Are we carrying, Anand? We are instrumental. We are doing our job properly. Rest all is taken care by nature. So many nurses, so many staff, so many pharmacists, and the nature. We have to just play our part. Okay? And that the Prakriti always plays the part. So this is the burdenless state. Means awareness, but no false egoism that I am doing and I am responsible and I have to do responsibly. So being done with full awareness, but without the false belief of I am carrying the responsibility.
Is Potaparnu part of Charitrama?
Yes and no. Yes, in one sense that whatever is left, except I am Shuddhatma, Darshan Moha is gone. So whatever left is all a bundle of Charitramo, sum total. No, from the perspective that Charitramo really applies to the discharge chit getting stuck to different things, or getting involved or entangled into different things. And Potapanu is discharge egoism with discharge mindness. Now that discharge egoism is not really the chit getting entangled into the things. That is, after I am Shuddhatma got separated, still I am Shailesh is living, or I am Shailesh is still there. And that is why if somebody criticizes Shailesh, he gets affected, or if somebody appreciates Shailesh, he gets affected because of that discharge I. And that discharge I do not behave harmoniously if somebody is not appreciating him, or if somebody is criticizing him, or if somebody is saying him differently, then that discharge egoism refuses to get aligned or get harmonious in harmony with that person. Is that true? Even may run away from the satsang. No, I'm not enjoying. Who is not enjoying? So that discharge I is a very big thing. In each phase, it will spring up, but we are not aware about it. So Kanu Dadaji once said that if one learns to pinpoint the discharge I in all unfolding phases, it is parakram. Because immediately then you will become Shuddhatma. And Dadaji went ahead and said that are you protecting discharge I? Or are you protecting your Prakriti? Yes, most often, especially when somebody attacks me heavily. Why don't you take care of this? Why did you do this? It went wrong, it went that way, you should have taken care. And then my all defense comes up. And that is defending that Potapanu. At that time I am not Shuddhatma. Why should I defend him if I am Shuddhatma? But it's a subtle part of the story. So Dadaji said that on one side Potapanu totally dissolves, on the other side Paramatma totally opens out. So it's full state of being like him. It takes a while. But at least we should try to identify that where it is harassing us. Potapanu. હસબન્ડ વાઈફ વચ્ચે શું થાય? ના માને એકબીજાની વાત, ત્યાર પછી શું થાય? પોતાનું ઊભું થાય, કંઈ વાંધો નહીં, ચાલો હું નહીં માનું. I also have my way. I also have my view. My way or highway, આ બધું શું છે? All reflections of પોતાપણું. એટલે discharge I. Discharge I. બહુ થાય ને, મેં વાત તો કરી, ઘણો ફેરફાર થાય. સી ડિસ્ચાર્જ ચિત્તને હું ઓળખું એટલે જ મેં કહ્યું કે આખા દિવસમાં ચિત્ત ક્યાં વપરાય છે, અથવા શૈલેષનો ચારિત્રમો કેવો છે, મેં જોવાનો પ્રયત્ન કરેલો જ છે. તો શૈલેષનો ચારિત્રમો જોઉં એટલે મને ખબર પડે ને કે શૈલેષનું ચિત્ત અહીંયા હજી લપેટાય છે, આમાં હજી ખેંચાય છે, આમાં ખેંચાય છે. એટલે એને જોવાથી જ બધું ઓગળતું જાય. એટલે ઘણું ખરું તો તમે ફ્રોમ વિધિન, without getting into the things, you can get cleared from within. નહીં તો તમને વસ્તુમાં ખેંચી જાય, ત્યાં લઈ જાય, ખરીદાવડાવે, બધું કરે, પણ અંદરથી તમે ઘણું બધું ચોખ્ખું કરી નાખી શકો છો. પણ બાકી કેટલું રહેશે કે જે ફાઇલ સ્વરૂપ છે, ઓફિસમાં જવું પડે, કામ તો કરવું પડે, પેશન્ટ જોવા પડે, આ તે કરવું પડે, એટલો પાર્ટ બાકી રહ્યો. શું રહ્યું? વાઈફ હોય, છોકરાઓ હોય, એ તો ક્યાં મૂકી આવવાના? એટલે જે ફાઇલ્સ છે એ ફાઇલ્સ જેટલો ચિત્તનો ભાગ બાકી રહેશે. પણ જે ચારિત્ર મોહ સ્વરૂપે અમસ્તુ રખડ દખડ કર્યા કરે છે એ બધું નીકળી શકે છે. ખ્યાલ આવે? એ બધું જોવાથી પુરુષાર્થથી ક્લિયર થઈ શકે છે. અને ફાઇલવાળો જે પાર્ટ છે એ પણ જોવાથી લાઇટ થઈ જાય. એટલે આ એણે જેમ કીધું ને, રિસ્પોન્સિબિલિટી, કે ભાર જેવું ના લાગે, સ્ટીકીનેસ નીકળી જાય, પેલું અનફોલ્ડ થયા કરે, પણ હું ફ્રી થઈ શકું. એટલે ચિત્તની જે આ બધી ચિકાશ છે, સ્ટીકીનેસ, એ તો બધી જ નીકળી શકે છે. અને ચિત્ત ઉપર એટલે કીધું ને, અંતસ્કરણ જોતાં આવડવા લાગે છે. અંતસ્કરણમાં સૌથી મેઇન ચિત્ત જ છે. અને પછી મન એટલા માટે છે કે મન આપણને ક્યારે ખેંચી જાય છે ખબર પડતી નથી. મનની જુદી જુદી ગાંઠો, ડિફરન્ટ ઓપિનિયન્સ એન્ડ ડિફરન્ટ બિલીફ્સ ડુ મેક અસ બિહેવ, એક્સપિરિયન્સ એન્ડ રિએક્ટ ઇન વ્યવહાર એકોર્ડિંગલી. આપણા વ્યવહારિક રિસ્પોન્સીસ શું હોય છે બધા? બે જણના બિલીફ બેઝ ને ઓપિનિયન્સ બેઝ હોય છે ને. ઇઝ ઇટ શુદ્ધાત્મા ઓર ઇઝ ઇટ માઇન્ડ ડ્રીવન? ના, મોસ્ટ ઓફ ધ ટાઈમ્સ ઇટ ઇઝ માઇન્ડ ડ્રીવન. પછી ધીમે રહીને આજ્ઞા આવે અંદર કે ભાઈ સંભાવથી નિકાલ કરો ને. ત્યાર સુધી તો કેટલી મહેનત કરવી પડે. મહેનત કેમ કરવી પડે છે સંભાવથી નિકાલ કરવા માટે? હુ કમ્સ ઇન બિટવીન? ઓપિનિયન્સ, માઇન્ડ, બિલીફ્સ. એને જો આઈડેન્ટિફાઈ કરે, ફાઇલનો સંભાવથી નિકાલ કરવાનું કશું અઘરું છે જ નહીં. પણ આઈ એમ સ્ટીલ ઇન ધ ટ્રેપ ઓફ ઓપિનિયન્સ એન્ડ બિલીફ્સ which Shailesh has carried as a discharge, but I am not remaining aware. એટલે કવિરાજે કીધું ને, પૂર્વાત્મા છે સ્થૂળ મન, ભૂલામણા ભૂતફન, જાણ નિકાલી ભાવે જો, જ્ઞાતા જ્ઞેય સંબંધ. એને જાણે તો છૂટો પડી જાય, જાણે નહીં તો ભરવાઈ જાય અંદર. ભૂતના સમજ દર્શનથી દ્રષ્ટા ચેતી જાય, તે જ્ઞાતાને પલ સમય મોક્ષમાં જ જાણે. ભૂત એટલા પૂર્વનું મન અત્યારે જે કામ કરી રહ્યું છે, એને જો પોતે છૂટું જાણી શકે તો છૂટો જ છે. શું રોનક? વેલકમ.
Is the prajna shakti showing light to the pure antaskaran or the impure antaskaran?
Ne, prajna shakti is the function to antaskaran has no pure or impure. Antaskaran is relative and Shuddhatma is real. Means part of it is, which has become a Shuddhatma is real. Prajna has basic function to keep relative and real separate. The antaskaran is Gney and Drashya and I am Gnata and Drashta. That is the function of Prajna. Then Prajna will tell you further that as Shuddhatma or as Gnata Drashta, try to see your antaskaran, try to see Charitra Moh, try to see how your mind is unfolding. I try to know your mind, means file number one's mind. And more I know that I become free and I can better remain in unfolding phases. Now the basic question is, why should I do the Purusharth to know what is mind and what is Chit? It is the discharge and it is relative. Now I am Shuddhatma. So why should I go deep? Tell me. Can anybody tell me? Why should I really try to see the Chit and... please go.
To increase the power of prajna?
No, that is correct. But what is not correct is, as I said, I have Pratiti and Laksh. Now what is taking my upyog, what is driving my Shuddha upyog, what is not allowing my inner state to blossom to the full absolute is this discharge, where Chit is involved. At the discharge level, it has caught the Chit into it. So these guards or this Chit or this Charitra Moh doesn't allow me to fully manifest as Shuddhatma. So that's why I'm seeing that more and more of it gets cleared and more of my state becomes manifest. એટલા માટે હું જોઉં છું એને કે ઓગળતું જાય, મારું શુદ્ધાત્મા પદ વધારે વધારે ખુલ્લું થતું જાય અને તો પછી ગમે તેવા સ્ટેટમાં હું શુદ્ધાત્મા તરીકે રહી શકીશ અનુભવે કરીને. I hope I'm clear. Yes. Sorry, say loud.
What's the difference between thoughts and Chit?
Hey?
What's the difference between thought and
Thought and Chit.
Yeah.
Oh, lot of difference. Thought is a separate entity. There may be n number of thoughts, relevant, irrelevant. I want to go to friend's house, I want to go to mall, I want to go to satsang, no, I don't want to go to satsang, I want to go to play, whatever some relevant, irrelevant. Mind will keep on showing you different pamphlets, right? That is thought. Sometimes directional, sometimes irrational, sometimes relevant, sometimes irrelevant. And chit is different. Chit is either chit shows us photographs. See, sitting here, it can go to a house and show the drawer, it can go to airport, it can go anywhere. So chit is a wandering entity, can show the photograph. Second is chit can experience the things. While we are here, our chit is here most of the times. But sometimes we are eating and the chit may have gone to office or may have gone to the football ground also. So people say be there. Whatever you are doing, if you are eating, be there. If you are doing some job, be there. So be there is a part of chit. The thoughts may be running anywhere. When I am doing surgery, my chit has to be there. Thoughts may be anything. So even while operating, there may be thoughts which are going in any direction. And I don't pay any attention to it. But thoughts may go on, keep on going, while the chit is engaged into some work, may be focused or may not be focused. So chit is different, thoughts are different. Thoughts are mechanical, arising out of minds, and whatever complexes you have got, only those thoughts will be coming out of the mind. Whereas chit is your presence, your state of being, even in relative, be there. That's why people have come out with the word mindful living. Mindful living means be there. No multitasking, no texting on red signals. Because the present digital technology is driving our chit to be shattered and distributed to n number of things simultaneously. So, and it has to be used judiciously.
Second question I have. The
Yeah.
second question I have is, how does chit relate to discharge?
How does chit relate to discharge? Yes. Without chit in relative self, see, there are three things. Let me ask you the question. Even though we have Jnana, Jnana is one part. Who drives us? Means body or relative self. Who drives us? Means body is driven by antaskaran, mind, reflective consciousness, intellect and ego. It is further driven by beliefs and opinions. It is further driven by discharge, krodh, man, maya, lobh, rag, dvesh. I have become separate, but the whole relative apparatus has relative antaskaran functioning within. Something happens and relative antaskaran goes on and decides to do or not to do. Now that has the influence of beliefs and opinions. What I believe to be true, what I believe not to be true, what I believe to be good, what I believe not to be good. I mean stylish. Then still there are some discharge kasai, discharge man, discharge lobh. Or no? દાખલો આપું, કશુંક વસ્તુ કામ કરવાનું હોય તો ડિસ્ચાર્જ લો પડે તો 10 જગ્યાએ કોસ્ટ તપાસ કરી આવે. હવે મેં 10 જગ્યાએ તપાસ કરીને હું લઈ આવ્યો છું અને 2.5% ડિસ્કાઉન્ટ મળ્યું ને આઈ એમ હેપી. નાઉ નેક્સ્ટ વીક રુચિર કમ્સ, આઈ ગોટ 5% ફ્રોમ દેટ અધર ડીલર ફોર ધ સેમ થિંગ ને મારું ડિસ્ચાર્જ ગ્રીડ મને પજવવા લાગે. ઓ આઈ લોસ્ટ 2.5% rather than I got 2.5. So this is how subtly it is working in antaskaran, right? But discharge chit means is part of antaskaran and part of every activity done in a relative level.